How's it going, guys? Thunderbuddy01 in my completely revised bachelor pad, and I have a feeling someone's watching me.
What are you doing in my seat?
Your seat? Last time I checked, there was no name on it.
But this is my house, isn't it?
Explain the Hyundai then.
Explain the 522.
Just kidding. This isn't really my house. I'm actually visiting McLaren Ranger 143 over here.
Yeah, and in this very special episode of Radio Reviews, we are going to be taking a look at one of the rarest weather radios in existence that this big stee behind the camera has. And that would be the Midland WR-100 Black and Silver. Let's get right to it. So, yes, you guys are seeing this right. Your mind isn't playing tricks on you or anything. You guys aren't hallucinating. You are actually seeing me hold a genuine Midland WR-100 Black and Silver.
Thanks to this big stee. This big stee right here. I'm the big Ree, and he's the big stee, and we're finally meeting in person.
So, like all the other WR-100s that I've reviewed, which are right back there, and please forgive the condition of the bed. We're still setting things up here, but still. Released around 2001 or 2002. I believe early 2002 this was made. These black and silvers, let me tell you, these things are really, really rare to come by nowadays. They've always been rare to come by since they ever been manufactured, because they didn't make that many, because right after 2002, like mid-2002, that's when they started to switch over to the common white design on the more modern WR-100s, like the version 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, there are some version 2s out there that still have the black and silver design. But this is not a version 2. This is a genuine version 1. This is a version 1, baby. And I'll show you that right now. Just so you can tell I'm not lying. Version 1. So, yeah. This is a version 1. No frauds, no nothing. So, I know this is only a WR-100, but this isn't only a WR-100. This is a special one. It's a prince. This thing deserves to be treated with respect.
It's the godfather of all weather radios.
Yes, it is the godfather of all weather radios, like he said. So, although this thing may not have that many features, we're going to take a look at it, right?
Absolutely.
And maybe we're going to do something that we haven't done ever in a radio reviews episode in the series. So, let's get down to it. First thing we're going to discuss is obviously the design. If I go ahead and take one of Nicholas's version 5s, just for demonstration purposes, if I go ahead and take one of his version 5s right now, this is, I believe, actually, nope, this is not Javier's version 5. I thought it was, but this is the 9 in the serial number. Javier's version 5 is somewhere over there. I'll get to it in a minute, but yeah. Looking at both of these radios, you can already tell the difference. I mean, it's pretty obvious, too, because of the nearly inverted colors, and let me get this thing out of the way. But as you can see, it is pretty obvious on both of these radios, because this is what you would normally see a WR-100 in nowadays. Not this, but they actually made these frickin' things. They actually made these designs. It's not custom built or anything. Midland themselves made this. Nobody else did. But then in 2002 to 03 and continuing onward, they resorted to this regular basic white design. But the colors are nearly inverted. Apart from the grille being silver and the faceplate being mostly black with a silver lining for the lights and such, and the light layout, the colors are nearly inverted. If we look at the side here Hopefully it will not tip over. But yeah, if we look at the sides, you can see silver stripe right here, just completely white. Flip them back. The colors are completely inverted on the back. The back. The back. The back. It's on the back. Alright. The colors are completely inverted on the bottom of each radio. The only difference is the black and silver's label seems to have fallen off from old glue, most likely. And if we look at the back here, not the back, the back. If we look at the back, you can see the external antenna jack, the PC port, and the DC jack. Same thing on this. The only difference is this doesn't say PC like the modern ones do. And this radio is so old, it doesn't have the external alert option for the strobe light. Probably because they did not make the strobe light. But, yeah, this WR-100 is the real deal, guys. Like I've said already. Plus, it also says same digital weather hazard alert monitor instead of saying same digital weather all hazards alert radio. So, yeah. It's very hard to believe that I'm actually holding a version 1 in my hands. But that's not all we're going to discuss about it. We're going to do some pretty cool stuff with this thing, trust me. So, let's continue on, shall we? And let's move on to the next feature, or comparison rather. And that would be the screens. Alright, so the screens. You're probably wondering, well, what's the difference? Actually, very noticeable, because if we look on a common version 5, you can see that the screen is very bright. It has got that nice bright blue color on it. But on the version 1 and below...
That was version 2 and below.
Version 2 and below, yes. Thanks for correcting me. But on the version 2 and below, not so bright. It may not look that dim on camera, but trust me, it is dim. Like, it's like a teal color, almost. It's not like a light blue color. It's like a teal color on the older version 1s and 2s. Like, if I go over to my version 2 over here, actually, on his version 2 first, you can see it's pretty much the same story. Like on the version 2. Now, if I go to my version 2, it's also somewhat the same story, but the version 1 seems to be the dimmest, if that's even a word, the dimmest screen on any WR-100. Because, oh, excuse me. Not because of age or anything, well, probably is from age, but the way it's dim like that, and the way it's captured on video, it makes it look somewhat nicer, in my opinion. Because, I don't know if you noticed this, Nicholas, because may not look that good on with the naked eye, but on camera it looks slightly better. Like if you come around here and look at this, you can see that it looks slightly better on the camera than it does with the naked eye.
It kind of does.
Yeah, it looks somewhat nicer than the version 5s and 4s and 3s. But
yeah, we don't own a version 5 nor
since when did we not? Since when did we not own a version 5?
Alright, let's try this again. We don't have a version 4 or a version 3.
I have a version 4.
Not the 300s don't count. The 300s don't count.
I know, but anyway.
We're not like Rutherford down in Tennessee, who has pretty much every version of the 100 imaginable. Not to mention he fucking sacrifices version 5.
But then again, that was a sensible decision to save his version 1.
True.
But still. Oh, and he has that goddamn banana radio.
74250.
But anyway, we're moving on to the next feature. So,
let's get on with this shit.
Thanks to Nicholas for this idea. We should compare the button beeps. So, yeah. As you guys may have noticed by now, the button beeps on the version 1s and the version 5s are slightly different from one another, because if we hear the version 5's button beeps, the speaker kind of clicks, like it fades in and out. Like I don't know if you can hear that, but listen carefully. But on the version 1, you do the honors. Yeah. The button beeps they clearly sound different. I don't know if you can notice it, but we do. Because I'm pretty sure anyone could notice it. It's the same thing with the version 2. Basically, version 2s and below had the same style button beeps, I believe.
Yeah.
And then starting from the version 3s, they started having these. You want to know what the scary part about this is?
What?
This WR-100 is one of the newer version 5s.
That means this thing could get a fucking high-pitched squeal of death at any minute, and we don't fucking know it.
And if that's the case, I'll probably replace that with a version 4 or version 3. But then again, who knows?
Good call. But yeah, very short topic, but it is noticeable on this radio. These radios, we should say.
Next feature. Yeah, I'm talking. So the next feature that we decided to go over is the antennas. So yeah, my version 1 is slightly modified. Emphasis on slightly.
Yeah, pretty much just taken from generic version 5. But I can see why you did that, because the original antenna was much smaller. But I'll let you finish it.
So the version 1s and 2s in general, up until the 2003 version of the version 2 was released, the antennas were like this, like small and puny.
Yeah.
She would not be impressed.
Oh no, she wouldn't.
Giggity.
Now up like from the version 3s onward. Oh, this is how you zoom in, right? Yeah. So the version.
Oh great, the battery's low.
So the version 3s, 4s, and 5s, their antennas are bigger
And better.
and basically on these older radios you would actually have to get an external antenna, which Clay actually happens to have his right over here. Yeah, it's unplugged because I wanted to demonstrate it over there. And my external antenna is back at home, mounted to my window.
Rip.
Yeah, so there's that. So basically what I'm saying is with the version 1s and 2s, you have to have a good external antenna in order to get a good signal comparable to the version 3s, 4s, and 5s.
Yeah, pretty much. And with this big antenna, not really much helps. Not really much. But I'm not sure if it's proper grammar or not, but whatever. Let me rephrase that just to sound better. With a bigger antenna like this, just to put on one of these earlier WR-100s, doesn't really help that much at all. But in some rare cases, it will help the signal somewhat. Like I tried it with my version 2, like by swapping my antennas out with my version 5 for this version 2 once. It did improve the signal and it did activate more, but then after a while it just got, like, the integrity was lost. So I just figured I should swap antennas. And not only that, I figured to keep its originality, I should do that. So, yeah. The original antennas were small, but I'm not sure how the hell. I don't know what the hell Midland was thinking when they put such a small antenna on these older radios. I mean, I guess it had something to do with the transmitter's power or something back then.
Maybe.
Possibly. But still, if you want to get a good signal, you need a large antenna. I mean, unfortunately on these older radios, it doesn't really work that well if you modify them like Nicholas did with his black and silver right here. This didn't have this original antenna. It had this before. But then he had a spare version 5 lying around, I guess, and he just put that on there, so...
Actually,
yeah.
this is actually going to be like a mini shout out. SPC Cranford actually sent me a version 5 antenna to put on my black and silver, because not only could I not pick up jack anything with the stock antenna, but it was dented like a lot at the bottom. It's like,
Oh yeah, like a dented antenna. Yeah, I have my 261 over there, with depending on which one it is, because from a distance I can't tell which one's mine.
It's
but,
the one on the right.
alright, so I'm gonna try and say, oh my goodness, this thing zooms in really slow. But
Yeah.
I think is this one or my
that's yours.
Yeah, either my 2003 or my 2004 261 had a dent in the antenna, but yet it could still pick up stuff fine.
Yeah, that was your 04. Like when we had it in the test for the weekly test earlier today. Like, and when I say today,
By today, I mean whenever the fuck this video gets uploaded.
but when we were preparing for the weekly test, I saw that it was your 04 that had the dent in the antenna. So
Yeah.
it was a small dent, but it was noticeable. But yeah, since these radios all have different antenna sizes, and I mean the newer version 5's antenna is even taller than the original version 5's. Like it's slightly taller. Because if you look here, you can clearly see a difference in height. Like if I put my arm as straight as possible, like you can see that. You can somewhat see the difference. But yeah, the point is, largest, large, smallest.
And she would not be impressed by this either.
Alright.
So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and go outside for this next feature, assuming the battery will last long enough. That means we're going to compare the reception. So,
Let us go.
come here, Black and Silver. Okay, so now we are outside, as you can clearly see, and we got the Black and Silver, and we got the version 2 for comparison for reception. Now, this, even though this is not the original antenna, it still basically gets the same results. So, if we look at Nicholas's Black and Silver first, with the big version 5 antenna, and if I press the weather snooze button, or actually, let me just go to channels, this happens.
It was partly sunny. The temperature was 19 degrees. In Monroe, it was cloudy. The temperature
hear that?
was 18 degrees. In Salisbury, it was fair. The temperature was 84 degrees. In Rock Hill, it was fair. The temperature was 88 degrees.
When I tap it, for some reason,
Elsewhere in
it
North
stops.
Carolina, at Wilmington, a thunderstorm was reported with a temperature
Completely.
of 80 after midnight.
There's WNG 538.
Chance of rain 70%. Sunday, partly sunny with a chance of Winston-Salem, 91 at Edgeville, and 80 at Asheville. In South Carolina.
Now, notice when I tap the speaker, it stops the static for a little while. Now, this is a problem that Nicholas has had with this version 1 ever since he got it back in April of 2015. For some reason, apparently, tuner's gone wonky on this thing. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, but for some reason, whenever you tap it, static goes away, but for some reason the static is just persistent. Now, if we look on the version 2, somewhat same story. Except when I put my fingers on the antenna, it automatically gets a better signal. Watch.
Sunny. Humid with highs in the lower 90s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Thursday night, partly cloudy. Goes in the low. Rain 60%. Extended forecast for the listening area.
Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the deal is with these older Midland WR-100s, but for some reason these radios are just very sensitive to static. But, oh well. These things are old, so that's just an excuse. But in all seriousness, these radios are older and they do have a lot of worn out components. It's probably not as good as it used to be back when it was first manufactured, but at least the Black and Silver and the version 2 held up well. So, yeah. Has a lot of staticky issues, but as long as it works right.
Absolutely.
So guys, as you can tell by the segment title in this video, you probably already noticed that the warning light is on the version 1. Well, and also the advisory light is on the version 5 behind it. And you're probably wondering, guys, wait, did you guys just get a warning over KJY85 or something? Well, we wish. But here's how we did it. There's this method called self-activation.
And it involves an iPod Touch and an RCA cable.
Yeah, and an auxiliary cord, but for the HHs.
And the 400, assuming you can get it to work. I actually tried it on that.
Well, you can actually get the 400 to activate using just an aux cord.
Yeah.
God, I did not know that. Okay. So, yeah. We're just going to demonstrate self-activation right now and show you the differences between the version 1 and the version 5. So, first let's start off with the real deal, the version 1. So, Nicholas is going to try and get some tones off of his iPod Touch here. He has all of the EAS tones that exist as of 2018. So,
Credits to Heat Cats, but
yeah, credit to Heat Cats for giving those valid EAS tones.
alright.
And so he's going to...
Oh, little tangent. See this apple? That's cover flow. Why did you remove it why did you remove it after iOS 7? Why?
Alright, anyways. Rants aside, let's try something that we all like to see. Like let's do something common, like a blizzard warning.
Yeah.
At least for me up in the Northeast, because
I live near the coast.
Yeah.
whereas Clay over here lives further inland.
And you can call me by my real name, by the way. I don't really care.
Alright.
Alright, so...
Blizzard
there you
warning.
go.
See? Now, see, blizzard warnings, those two would basically be the same on each version. Now, if I unplug these from here, go over to my version 5, I believe it I had it like this. Pardon the low volume, trying to preserve the speaker as much as I can.
Oh yeah, that won't work now, will it?
Now you need to get a signal just right with these iPod Touches.
Yeah.
And pretty much with every weather radio, you have to get the signal just right in order for it to activate properly. And it will only work with these.
If that doesn't work,
I don't think it will, buddy.
alright. Well, you've seen blizzard warnings come up on this. I'm sure you know what they look like. Red warning light scrolls blizzard warning.
Yeah. Just like it did on the version 1.
Alright. Now let's try something that
Actually gets toned down here.
and Michael like hates getting these alerts, but since this is a self-activation,
Oh man, I do hate getting these CEAEs.
yeah, child abduction emergency or street name Amber Alert. That's not gonna work. So now, okay, I highly doubt this will work. That's too quiet all of a sudden. Oh, there you go. Will it work off of just 2?
I don't believe it will. I think it needs all 3.
Oh, you suck.
Come on!
Can you go off, please?
I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible and the battery's on the verge of dying. Try one more time.
Okay, this should work.
Let me try. Alright, let me try to self-activate it. Let me see if I can do anything about it. Hold on. That will not work at all. No. God. Wait, let me try something else. I know we're struggling here, but... Oh, man. Yeah, this is one of the many troubles of self-activation.
You have to get it just right.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know why that didn't work. Hey!
Yeah, so child abduction emergencies on the version 1s and 2s, they're read as a watch for some weird reason, but on the version 5s, they're read as an advisory.
As we will demonstrate right now.
And hopefully it'll actually work.
The version 5s are less trouble to deal with. Hold on. Wait. Wait, that's too loud. So yeah, as you guys clearly see, on the version 5s, because they are newer and because of certain regulations and stuff, the child abduction emergencies are read as advisories on the version 5s, but on the version 1s and 2s, they are read as watches. For some weird reason, like Nicholas said. But it's an interesting feature. But although the alert isn't so pleasant, at least we get to see a pretty watch light. And this is only for self-activation purposes, so...
Yeah, we're doing it the fucking proper way. Unlike Geo Funky using a biophage and self-activated back in 2016.
Yeah, don't be a Geo.
Please don't. And if you want more information about self-activation, click the link below in the description for Brandon Crocker's video on how to properly self-activate the radios.
So, there's that.
So, in conclusion on this rare weather radio, and yeah, as you can tell, I'm talking because Clay keeps losing his composure.
Because I made a huge mistake, and you guys will see it in the blooper reel.
So, in conclusion on my very precious black and silver, I'd have to say this is an amazing radio, and if you ever find one of these on eBay, go for it.
Please. I'm already finding one myself, but not having that much luck. But still, what do you expect? It's a black and silver. These things are as rare as... Okay. Put it simply, these things are about as rare as a Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor.
Yeah. And what's that again?
Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor.
I've never heard of that car, like, once in my life at all.
Let's just say they only made 2.
Oh. Well then.
There are prototypes that exist, but they're not really genuine, made by Dodge, but that's besides the point. Because these things are getting more rare by every day that passes.
Along with, hold on, if I get up, I can show you all the other rare radios that I have.
That we are also going to review very soon.
Well, except, so yeah, my version 2 is over here. Those are pretty much rare. There was like a peak time where you could get like one anywhere. My version 1 WR-100. My, what else is over here?
Your SEMA First Alert.
Oh yeah, that.
The Recom R1650A.
Yep.
The 12519. Now that they are extremely
more expensive than getting a gigantic Viagra warranty.
And let's see, what else is in here? Oh,
The Bearcat.
this guy.
The 2003 261.
Which are both over here on the windowsill.
Yep. 74-210. 74-200, I think.
74-200s I think are a bit common.
It was cloudy.
Yeah. But anyway, pretty much. The point is, this radio is extremely rare, and to have the privilege of reviewing it thanks to this big Steve over here, my older brother. So,
The two of us.
alright.
Alright.
But just to have the privilege of reviewing it thanks to this guy over here is a real honor. I thank you, man, for that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Alright.
So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and also subscribe to ThunderBuddy01's channel, who is currently controlling the camera. And what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
What? There's something going on and I want to know what it is.
That's what she said. I wouldn't hide that if I were you. The zone guards are right there.
Anyway, in all seriousness, thank you guys so much for watching this radio reviews episode. More episodes to come. So, this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out along with
ThunderBuddy01, even though
You can't see me. I mean, I can turn the camera like this because I'm a crazy little beast.
I was not expecting it to ricochet off the bed like that.
my bed is very bouncy.
I could tell from the amount of Kansas cops that you do. Do I dare?
No, I'm not gonna do that shit live.
Alright. So
Man, because I don't want to puncture my with the fucking. I don't want to puncture my with the plugs on the adapters on my bed.
good point.
So,
And mainly because there's a rare first alert over there, which we're also going to review very soon. Is anybody that broke tonight?
Alright. Anyways, Clay Ranger 143, ThunderBuddy01, signing out. See you guys in the next video.
Sharpie. So, in conclusion on this, where weather radio. It's